channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I make videos twice a week, so on Tuesdays and on Fridays. And if you're a return subscriber, thank you so much for your time, love and support my channel. And I'm really hoping you're enjoying my content. So today's video is going to be a review on the Too Faced Born This Way. It's basically their powder foundation. It's called their multi-use complexion powder, so powder foundation, setting powder, you know the drill. So I've got this in the shade Latte, so you can see they're still keeping it in the packaging because I'm a weirdo. I like to keep packaging. I don't know why, I just keeps the packaging clean, like the inner packaging, not outer packaging. By keeping the outer packaging keeps the inner packaging clean. I don't know, I'm just a weirdo, but yeah. I'll start with the price. So the price of this is about £27. I'm not entirely sure, but I will put the wee text what price it is on the actual screen. But yeah, so it is like a higher end powder foundation, but it isn't like extremely expensive. It isn't like an Armani or whatever, or one of them ones, or like a Dior, but it is like fairly expensive, but not too bad. So yeah, it's just the average price Too Faced and Benefit and all would charge for their powder foundations, that kind of realm. But yeah, so I got a voucher for my birthday for £20 and you can use it in any shop, so I decided to get this powder foundation in Debenhams. So I've been eyeing it up for like a good few months, so I just thought I might as well get it now, like now's a good time. But yeah, so I got it. And the packaging's gorgeous. I love the way it's like the cute pink and black, and it has a shade name and the colour like on the lid thing, and it's very clear, so you can tell, but you can see that it says Born This Way, and then it says oil free multi-use complexion powder, and just has different languages there, and then it has like just instructions and everything, just information you need to know. But yeah, I just love it, it's so cute. And then the inner packaging is like a classic black and gold Too Faced packaging, the glare on that, but you can see it there. So it's like nice, and it has like a beigey kind of back to it. So I don't know if that means to match the actual shade, like the way it's all beigey there. It could be, but I don't know. I haven't seen different shades on it, but this says Too Faced, that glare in my head, and Too Faced Born This Way, and just the shade and all, just different kind of information like shelf life and all. But yeah, it's cute packaging. And then the mirror, it has a mirror and also the powder, so it has like a wee sheet thing, that wee protector sheet to stop the mirror from getting dirty. I keep it in there because might as well, and I don't want the stinking mirror. So it says Too Faced Born This Way on the actual powder foundation. I just decided to do this review before that wore away, but and you can see the colour is like a nice olive tan colour. I also have Latte in their concealer, but I use it as a foundation. I've done a review on both their concealer and their actual foundation. I've got the foundation in the shade Sand, and then the concealer which I use as a foundation, like a maximum coverage foundation in the shade Latte. So it comes to this wee thing where you kind of push the powder back, and then it has a wee sponge. So this side's more like that softer kind of fluffier side, so that's more for like a light coverage. This side's like a full kind of sponge, like a proper sturdy sponge, and you can tell I've kind of used it to touch up makeup, so you can see the colour there. But yeah, it's a nice kind of handy thing to have. I use them on the go anyway, just when I'm touching up makeup. They're handy, I just keep them in there. Some people don't like the sponges, but I love the sponges, I just keep them in. They're handy, so yeah, I love it. So this powder foundation comes in about 35 shades. I will put a wee text thing if I'm wrong, but I believe it's about the same amount as their concealer and their foundation, which is decent enough. It could be more. I think I've heard there's like 50 or 60 in America, or like over here, but Cult Beauty has 35, but I will try to find the true shade number. But it is decent enough, good enough, decent enough shade range. It has a range of like foundations for people who are really pale, like my natural skin tone is really pale. I'll just wear a load of tan. To someone who's very dark, like black dark. So it's a good range of in between shades, from very light to very dark, and different undertones from like warm, cool, olive, yellow, just all them different ones, golden ones. So it's a good shade range. I love the shade range, and yeah, just brilliant. Too Faced are on par with their shade range, definitely, just love it. And I think this has coconut in it, I don't know. It's meant to be kind of like oil free with hydrating too, so it's good for like different skin types. On my skin it tends to last really well. I don't notice it being like mattifying, but it's not like a really mattifying foundation, but it isn't really dewy either. But I do put a wee liquid illuminator as a primer underneath it, so my foundation does turn out more dewy, which I love. So, and I find it lasts really well on the skin and all for the day. Like, it doesn't like wear off loads. Whereas typically powders, what am I saying powder for? Typically, powder foundations tend to wear off easier. Now, it's not going to wear the same way as liquid foundation. It's not going to be as bulletproof as that, but it's easy enough to touch up with. Like, you can just put another layer on or just touch up any areas that have been wearing off. Compared to a liquid foundation, we have to take the whole thing off if you want to really touch it up. But it's handy. It's good for on the go, and it does last quite well on my skin. My skin is like combination skin. I tend to get more dry or dehydrated around my cheeks. But T-zone is like more oilier, like not oily, but it used to be oilier when I was younger, but I'm 28 now, so it's getting a bit drier. But it's still more of an oilier oilier part of my face compared to my cheeks, so I find it doesn't really dry my skin out or anything. It kind of makes my skin look nice and healthy. So yeah, it's not going to really dry your skin out. So if you've got dry skin, don't worry about it, but I definitely would recommend putting on a good moisturiser before you put this on, so your skin won't look dry. But yeah, and then for oilier skin people, use a mattifying primer and stuff like that, and you should be fine. So I'm going to get into the demo before I ramble on loads, because I never shut up. So, just getting things ready. Here's like my concealer from Too Faced and Latte. I've done a review, but that's what it looks like. The packaging's kind of went a bit manky, but I'm weirder will keep the things in packaging, I know. But similar kind of, you can tell the theme similar to it, so there's similar kind of theme with packaging, if you can get a gist. But yeah. So starting out with this Primark PS Beauty Prime and Infuse Priming and Setting Spray. It's basically a dupe of the MAC Fix Plus, so it's like the coconut one. I showed it in my wee haul in my testing Primark Beauty products video. If you've seen them, you'll see that kind of spray, but it is amazing. The smell of it is definitely very similar to the MAC Fix Plus Coconut. I smelled that one ages ago and the same kind of smell. I think it may be a stronger smell compared to the MAC, but it's like £3, so if you can get your hands on it, get your hands on it now, because it is amazing. Using the Bondi Sands Glow Liquid Illuminator in the shade Gold Light as a primer. As per usual, I use the same products. You're probably sick of me like using these products on my face, but I just love them. So I also like the Gerard Cosmetics Baby Illuminator, similar kind of concept of that liquid illuminator, but it's a thicker consistency. I have the shades Grace and Sophia. Sophia is very similar to Gold Light. Grace is very similar to the Pearl Light shade in this one. As I've mentioned before in videos, this comes in 3 shades. And Dorothy from Gerard Cosmetics is very similar to the Bronze Light. So if you're looking for a Gerard Cosmetics version of this one, just pick up them shades. But yeah, and use my code Brookelynne for 30% off Gerard Cosmetics. Just put it out there. So concealer I'm using as per usual the Hair Revolution Harper concealer in the shade Custard. It's underneath my eyes and just anywhere, like just to cover it up. Usually centre of my face to highlight, and just I'll show you anyway. But the centre of my face and under the eye like a triangle. This is very bright. This is very bright compared to my actual skin tone, well, my tan skin tone, but I like it just for like brightening up the whole face and creating more of that highlight look, which I love. And it's a nice natural looking medium coverage concealer, so it's not going to be cakey, and it's good for like aging skin because it doesn't settle in the lines. And yeah, just going to do that just to kind of prevent any redness poking through throughout the day. And I'm going to blend it in with my wee, didn't even wet this, but I'll actually dampen it now with this. Handy having these wee sprays, could you just dampen your wee sponge with it? just kind of blending that in. That's the Olivia Heel from Home Bargain sponge. It's very similar to the Real Techniques one, but it's not as good. It's alright, but it's not as good. I find it quite hard. Using that wee side to swirl. Okay, that's all blended out. And then I'm going to take the actual part of foundation and just set my whole face with it. So we swirl, tap. And this basically just tapping it into my skin first before buffing in, just so it places the product where I want it. And then just kind of go. I normally use like that Revolution banana powder for like setting the under eye area, but I can't be asked it now. I'll just do the whole foundation routine thing, like just the whole Too Faced one, and then get more for the cheeks because that's the problem area. And just through it. So once that's all placed on, I'm going to just buff it in with the brush. This is like the Primark powder brush, so just like to kind of buff it in circular motions. It kind of helps like the primer and the foundation, powder foundation, kind of sink in together just to create more of that better coverage, smoother look. I'm over the place today. Taking just a little bit more just for the cheeks. So as you can tell, to give a more of a healthier, kind of natural looking coverage to my face. The coverage on this is definitely more of a light to medium. It's medium if you build it up, but it's not going to be like that bulletproof full coverage foundation. And it's good for like just setting your makeup too. So say if you have the regular like liquid Born This Way foundation, you can use this over top of it just to create more of that maximum coverage look instead of it just using the regular powder. You can use this just to amp up the coverage of any kind of foundation. It doesn't have to be a Too Faced one, but any kind of foundation you want to like add more coverage to without building it up. Put a layer of this on and yeah, to be done. But it's good for on the go too, as I said before. Just gonna check my wee edges are all blended in too. Have to blend it into your hairline. So yeah. And roots need done, that's why like my hairline looks a bit baldy, but no, it's just the roots coming through. I'm naturally blonder, like blonde, like dark blonde. So because my hair colour, like the colour that is so dark compared to my natural hair colour, when the roots grow out it looks like I have thinning hair. Well, I don't. It's annoying, but I put up with it because I like to have dark hair. So yeah. So I'm gonna finish off the rest of my makeup and get back to you. So final thoughts on this Too Faced Born This Way powder foundation. I definitely recommend it. I definitely think it's worth it. So if you're looking for a powder foundation that has decent like medium coverage, if you're someone who's always on the go and has no time to like blend in the full kind of face of like the liquid foundation but still want a bit of coverage but a quick makeup routine, you'll love this because it's really quick to apply and it gives a good decent coverage. Obviously put concealer on underneath and you'll get a really nice decent coverage to your face. And if you're looking for a product that is good for your skin and helps your skin breathe as well as putting makeup on, like just while you're wearing makeup, you'll like this too because a powder foundation is better for your skin than a liquid one and it's good for day-to-day wear. And yeah, it's suitable I would say for like combination skin, dry skin. I'm not sure how it'll go for like really oily skin, but as long as you put like a mattifying primer on, it should be fine, and just test out it for yourself. But yeah, it's really good for my skin. So Hope you enjoyed this video, hope I didn't ramble on too much, and I'll see you again for the next one. Stay gorgeous, bye!